So this call is going to be recorded. It's going to be in our mastermind group. If you're a client, you should get in the mastermind group. I'm going to show you how to get in the mastermind group in a couple minutes here. So we have a lot of tools here, a lot of tools to help agents in kind of a lot of different parts of your business, right? Whether you have your own listings or whether you don't have listings, we've got tools to help you get both buyers and seller leads, okay? And there are a whole bunch, and I'm not going to show them all to you in this 1 hour today. I'm going to show you a couple of key things, right, and a couple of top things that you need to know. And then I'm also going to show you where you kind of, you know, a good resource. I'm going to give that to you right now. So you can always scroll down our system and see all the cool stuff we have, right? And I actually don't want to waste our time here doing that. I'm going to go right to the bottom of our page. And there is a quick links thing here. It says blogs, and there's an important blog, and I'm going to give this to you as a resource. I'm going to drop in the GoToMeeting channel, but if you catch this in a recording, you can go find it right here. There's actually some really, right now, this blog thing is, there's 3 important things here, okay? How Chris got 5 listings in 3 months. We're going to talk about how he did that, okay? Our new 3-click ad generator. We're definitely going to be talking about that. Okay. Top 7 seller lead gen tools. If you're an agent that can have listings, you need to see this. But the one that I want everybody to look at is this one. I'm going to open it up now. Realtor Stuck Inside. Scott and I did these recordings in the spring here when kind of the lockdown was hitting us all over the country. And there's some important stuff here. And oddly enough, anytime you put anything in print or in video, it starts to get out of date. And we've got newer things, but you can definitely learn a lot right here. How automated marketing and lead gen for listings, whether you're borrowed or your listing. So, you know, when we started the call, I said, listen, this agent borrowed a listing, auto posted it with our system to her Facebook, and then boosted it and got like 120 leads with this tool. Because when you boost it, if I click it, let me just click this for you right now. Okay, I'm clicking the live auto post. It drives people to the landing page that captures the lead. Okay, so she borrowed a listing, auto posted it up, boosted it, crushes it, right? So that's one of the parts of step number 1. How to get buyers and sellers when you don't have listings. That, again, that's just what she just did, right? Top 7 seller lead gen tools. So if you don't want to read that blog, you want to watch the video right there. These 3 right here to me are like really important to understand everything that we do. Free and cheap lead gen. If you've got, you know, if you're tight on the budget right now, great video. This Facebook ad, I used to always recommend everybody look at, but we got some awesome new tools for Facebook. I'm going to show you that in a minute here. So you could on your own go get this, right? You go find it at the bottom of our website, but I'm actually going to, please paste it. Sorry. Every once in a while, GoToMeeting allows me to copy and paste. Let's see if they'll do it today. Copy, paste. Oh, there we go. So this is going to open up in your chat panel here. I would recommend that you save it, that you open it now and save it before the end of the call. Okay, yeah, somebody else has those. Okay, got it. Okay, lost that. Yeah, okay, good. So we're all good. This is a great resource. I would definitely keep an eye on this page. And so let's kind of like high level everything that we can do, right? There's basically 2 major sections. So I'm in the wrong account here. I'm in my, yeah, give me a second, I'm gonna log into my account. We've got a whole, you know, hemisphere of automated tools to market your listings. Whether they're your listings or whether you're borrowing listings, we create a bunch of tools that help you get both buyers and sellers when marketing listings, okay? And then we have a whole series of landing pages, right? So on the listing side, we've got, well, a bunch of tools, right? Automated tools. And I'm going to go into that in a minute. The landing page side, we have a lot of landing pages, right? We've got landing pages automatically created for you for home values, free home values, down payer assistance, new construction. And these are great. We can auto post these to your social media for you. We can even help you run ads super quickly to get traffic to these things, right? But one of the most sought after landing pages is a landing page like this. What is your home worth? Okay. And I want you guys to understand something. I mentioned earlier that we have a video and a blog post about the top 7 seller lead gen tools, right? And we rank those tools not in how many leads you get, but in how fast those leads turn into actual business. All right. So if you're interested, and well, let me just finish the thought of what's at the bottom, at the top of the list. I think I can actually get us there. Let me show you real quick. So, oh no, it's going to be in that blog. Yeah, I don't want to drag this around. So on the top of this top 7 seller lead gen tool is one tool. At the bottom of that list, meaning number 7, is taking a home value page and running an ad on Facebook. Okay. But oddly enough, this is the number 1 thing that agents want to talk to me about. Like, oh, I got this page, I want this, and I want to run ads on Facebook, and it's not working for me. There are a number of reasons why Facebook, it's just complicated. I'm going to show you the easy solution. But I want you to know right now that this is the last thing we would suggest. It is not something I would tell you to ignore, but there are other things, other ways of getting listing leads. And that I'm going to show you the number 1 way right now. All right. So you can go look at this. When you get in the mastermind group, you can search with that little magnifying glass, and you're going to see Chris Winstead, who came in on August 26th, and he was pretty excited. He said, hey, I've got 5 deals in 3 months from my neighborhood. I think you should actually go find this and go listen to this video. It's obviously him talking from a house that he sold, but in this video, he is talking about his knowledge, his professionalism, what he just sold, a little bit of background there. But he's also saying, I'm mailing you a letter. And in that letter, you can get your free home value. So he is attacking his farm area with video content with Facebook ads. So that every time you log in, you know that this agent is selling homes, right? And then he takes this other tool, and let me show it to you. I'll show it to you in a second, once I can get my way through here. And he is mailing, okay, here it is. Well, let me just read you what he says. Scott says, hey, how are you getting 5, listings in 3 months? And he says, I send out these letters every other week to neighbors who have owned their homes in 5 years or more, right? Once they opt in on the neighborhood, page, property landing page, I consistently contact them every week with phone calls, bomb letters via mail, email. I even leave things at the door, okay? That right there is it. That is simply stated the easiest way of getting listing contracts. This guy doing his video is next level, right? I mean, not everybody's comfortable doing that. But just mailing the letter, I've got examples of that letter working like that over and over for years now, right? Let's go over here and do a little search on Dustin Fox, right? Dustin Fox came in and similarly said, our highest ROI has been the neighborhood flyer, right? And I'm going to show you where the flyer is. It's a tool that we automatically generate for you. And if you want listings, it's the number 1 tool to get listing leads that turn into listing business, okay? And this guy puts in a black envelope, he mails it first class, and even first class, it costs him $625. He's just south of Washington, D.C., gets 10 listings with an average commission of $17,000. So $170,000 return on $625. You bet that's a high ROI, right? But I can keep going. I could tell you about Alicia Pless and all the other agents that just keep doing this. And so I want to what I'm trying to get to here is there are a lot of things that listings to leads does. And you should be doing a lot of those things if you want to grow your business. But the number one way to get buyers is running ads on Facebook. And the number one way of getting listings is using a print flyer that has basically nothing to do with it. Okay. So right now I'm in my a listing here, and I'm going to change it to an open house. And I see some questions. I definitely recommend that you lay your questions on me, and I'll jump on them. Let's see here. Are the letters available? Yeah, okay. Jennifer's got a question. I'm paying $40 a month, and I don't know if I'm using the upgraded account. If for $40 a month, you get everything in the account. Even if you're on trial, you get everything on the account. And the letters that I'm talking about, they come with every account. So that's why you need to learn how our system works. This guy that I mentioned in the mastermind group, Dustin Fox, was a rookie agent 4.5 years ago. He went from 5 to 20 million in production, annual production. He puts in 2 hours a week with our system, and he's telling us 80% of his business is coming from our tools. So the difference from him and a lot of you guys who are new with us is Dustin knows how to use our system. So let's kind of go over to the listing side. I saved an open house there while I was chatting there. I'm now going to go, well, let me go to the listing page so you can sort of see when you get there. Now I've got a little green house. That little icon there means I got an open house. And if I go to the task list, there are some key things that you need to know, right? Now, at the beginning of the call, I showed you this lady who's got a $6.5 million home. She's marketing in Oceanside and just crushing it with lead gen. She used auto posting, and it's pointing her to this listing landing page. This is the top tool to get leads with for buyers. Okay, so if it's open house, if it's just listed, if it's active, coming soon, this is the tool, right? Now, we can do auto posting. I'll show you how to set that up in a minute. So if I click on Facebook there, it takes me to the automated post, okay? And, oh, it's gone. I guess we pulled it or something. But this is an automated post. This is the automated post of that property down in Oceanside I was just talking about. And the key to kind of remember here is that's great for getting buyers, but on the same task list is a print marketing area. And in print marketing is our nearby homeowner letter. And in that nearby homeowner letter, we've got 2 letters. Now I'm going to download this one on the left, and let's open it up. And I'm going to give you a little crystal ball into the future, a little window into the future here in a second. This letter is the letter that Dustin Fox talks about. It's the letter that Chris Winstead is talking about, right? He's mailing this letter to everybody in his neighborhood who has had a listing, who owns a home for longer than 5 years. And all it says is here, it's not rocket science, guys. It's saying, I am selling a home in your area. In this case, there's an open house this weekend, right? Take this little flyer, go to your computer and type that in and go learn about it. That's what this is telling people, okay? But then it says, when this home is sold, it's gonna affect your home value. So go to this web address and get your free home value. That's all it is. That's all it's saying. It's like, I'm a professional selling homes in your area. Would you like your free home value? Go. That is working time and time again. And I definitely, I'm going to click on this link for you so you can kind of understand what it's doing. It's taking people to the same home valuation page. And I know a lot of you have just gotten on. A lot of people think that they got to take this page and go run an ad on Facebook. And frankly, it's not the thing to do if you want listing contracts. If you want to collect addresses, this is a great thing to do. Take this page and go put it on Facebook. And you should start getting addresses, or maybe not because you clicked the wrong buttons. But if you want listing contracts, people to sell homes with you, get this letter in the neighborhood where you're selling a home. Now, I did show you earlier, remember I told you, I said this property here is grabbed. This property here is borrowed. It may not even belong to the agent. But it's kind of almost like waterfront property, so you definitely look really awesome marketing it, right? But just so you know, when she grabbed that listing and she got this tool, she also got the same letter like this. So she could be door knocking with this or mailing it in the neighborhood and saying, hey, we're selling a home over here, right? Right down the road in Oceanside. Go get your free home value, right? That's how that works. Okay, so let's see here. I got some questions. So how do I get my phone number listed? I have run some ads, but I only get emails. We're going to talk about that in a second, okay? Where exactly do you learn about everything? And can we set up a personal training session? No, Jennifer, we can't set up a personal training session. You can learn about everything on the link I just sent everybody, which is this page right here, Realtor Stuck Inside with Time on Your Hands. Everything is on here, right? Okay. So did you get that? So the letter, okay, so where do I get the letter again? We'll go backwards. We'll repeat things a few times. I am recording this. It will be in the mastermind group, so definitely do that, okay? So, Myra, we're recording this. Am I correct? I have to take a picture of each listing to use in the property flyer? Well, no, Eugenio. Your listing should come in with photographs. If you have a listing and there is no photograph, then yeah, you need to take a picture, definitely. Elizabeth, sorry, Chrissy, we'll get there. What I'd like to know is the new Facebook requirements, how you specific area, it's a minimum. Yeah, Michael, we'll cover that in a second. We're going to cover the Facebook ads in just a second. In New Jersey, you can't market someone else's listing without giving a listing broker credit, including somewhere in the email. Yeah, okay, that's good to know, Jennifer. Thanks. That's in New Jersey, so I'm glad you know that. You can add that stuff to the tools. Just edit the tools. Does that letter do that? Yeah, you edit the letter and you put that information in there. This is live. I'm actually live. I think I'm live. Long weekend. This is being recorded. Okay, so if you're borrowing a listing, go take a picture of it with your phone and upload it. Actually, no, that's not true. Let me show you guys something. So let's talk about how you add a listing. Okay, let's talk about how to borrow a listing, and since that's kind of good to do. I'm going to go to Trulia, then I'm going to say homes for sale in Fresno, far away. Now let's not say Fresno. Let's say Mill Valley. Yeah, Mill Valley. Mill Valley is super pretty in Marin County. Everything's $1 million homes, so don't get shocked. Oh, that's under $1 million. So the home has to be active, active for sale. I think is that the, yeah, that's it right there. Cool. Okay, so that's the MLS. So you need the MLS number, which I'm copying here, and 94941. That's the zip code. So let's go over to listings to leads real quick. Let's go to the listing section, and this is a really great way of borrowing listings. Okay, and we're going to tackle some of those questions there. So grab listing. Deselect this box so that it's saying it's not your listing, 94941. Paste this in, the MLS ID, and grab. Now this is, oh, what? Oh, Lord. Okay, well, that's how you do it. It's for some reason, maybe I got, well, let's see, maybe there's a right number here. What is that? Give me 1 second, guys. Let's see if I can find maybe, where's that MLS? They always move it around. Yeah. Oh, different number. Okay, let me show you real quick. This is the MLS number. 94941. Add listing. We're going to grab a listing, right? We're going to grab a listing. It's not my listing, 94941. Okay. And we grab it. And then that's going to pull it in with the photographs. So if you're borrowing somebody's listing, if you do it the way I just did it, it's going to pull in the listing with the photographs. All right. And that's going to take a second because it's pulling in photos. So let's go look at some questions while I'm baking. Okay, Laura, can I use a listing photo yet? Can we create an ad, for example, a hot new listing in a specific area, not our listings, just, yeah, that's what I'm getting at here, Grayson. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you'll see here, we'll kind of role play this, right? That guy that I was showing you who is getting listings by mailing a letter in it's his neighborhood, right? So if you live in your neighborhood, I mean, every week or two, I talk to some agents like, I'm selling properties over in this one town, but I actually want to sell properties in my own town. What can I do? Well, what they can do is actually get these tools that I'm about to show you in the market. And you could do it by borrowing a listing. So this property right here is it. So if I click on the task list, there's two things I want to show you. Now I'm going to point out, these are the 5 tools you need to know about. And one is for your social media, your seller's social media, the virtual tour, the e-flyer for your database, and print marketing. These are kind of it when it comes to marketing a listing. Now I'm not going to drive all the way down those because I already gave you twice this article here, and this shows you how to market your listings, which is going to cover those 5 things I just talked about, okay? But what I want to really show you right now is what's under the hood right here. So if you have the question of where is that letter again, the answer is right here. It's under print marketing under the checklist. So if I click this and I go to nearby homeowner letter, you can choose either one. The one on the right has a bigger picture. Let's do that one this time. It's a little prettier. The one on the left is our original letter, and people use it, and I know it gets great results. And I know, for branding purposes, we always want things that are pretty. Oddly enough, slick marketing does not correlate to great lead gen. Sometimes it does, but you and I have many, many examples of really cool marketing pieces that don't generate anything. So this is a little bit cooler looking, it's a little bit modern looking, and it's the same thing. This home is for sale, go here. It's gonna affect your home value, go here. You can mail this one or you can mail the other one, that's it, okay? So I don't have a listing in a new market, but I'm gonna go borrow one and I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna mail it to everybody that's owned their home for 5 years, okay? Now, the other point of the puzzle, that's how you get the listings. How do you get the buyers? The number one way is to get this out on Facebook, right? Now, I was kind of testing some things. So this actually has, let me show you this. This is not the default settings. When you sign up, you will not see it like this. This is where you have to hand type in your name, email, and phone number. But this is scheduled to be auto-posted. So it's going to auto-post to my Facebook business pages, my LinkedIn and Twitter accounts. Before that happens, though, I'm going to click Edit and go to Advanced Settings, and I'm going to say turn off Facebook lead gen. I'm going to turn off the phone field. And I want to point out, if you want phone numbers in your leads, Facebook, if you're trying to get buyers, Facebook is the way to do it. So I'm going to save this. Let's refresh this page. I want you to look at the little lead form on the right and watch what happens when I refresh it. It just drops, it changed that form to continue at Facebook. And that's an awesome tool for capturing buyer leads. You only get the name and email. You don't get the phone number from that, okay? But this is a great tool to put out for free, to put in free groups, to put wherever you can think of putting it. But when you're running an ad, there's a different way to do it. So let's see here. So we're going to get into that. Where do we find the MLS number on Trulia? Close to the bottom, Myra. Find the listing on Trulia. It was close to the bottom. I don't know it off the top of my head, but we were just looking at it. So let's talk about running ads. Okay. And it sounds to me, I know it's Monday somewhere, it sounds like everybody is distracted because it's kind of like I say something and like 2 minutes later, you ask the same question. So I really would love it if you guys would watch, especially now, because what I'm showing you now is really brand new. And if you can get this going, this is going to make Facebook so awesome for you. We basically have coded up a way to write ads inside of listings to leads. So you should not create your ads in Facebook. You know, we love Facebook because the average adult in the United States spends over 40 minutes. I'm sorry, 70% of adults spend over 40 minutes every day on Facebook. It is a very cheap way to target those people, right? Targeting is a little weirder, but if you don't understand how to run ads on Facebook and you're in real estate, you're kind of missing one of the most important things going on in real estate right now, because you can get a lot of business. You get a lot of buyers there. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to answer some of the questions that have been coming up here. Like this one, right? Minimum 5, yeah. So, yeah, we're going to answer Michael's questions right now. First of all, and Michael, if I don't answer the questions when I show you this, re-ask them so we get them. You click create a listing ad. Now here is that #1 listing that I just borrowed. It's not my listing, but I can still run the ad on it. And for the agent who said, I've got to have something about the listings agent's name and whatever, you could edit the listing and that could be the first thing in the property description. There's even a headline, you say listing courtesy of whatever agent. So you could totally edit the listing before you run the ad. But you choose your listing. Now stop here. If you're distracted, the #1 way to get leads, buyer leads with phone numbers, is now inside of listings to leads. It's click this button called lead ads and create an ad. Okay. And now it starts to look like Facebook. Now it says it's sponsored by listings to leads up here on the right. That's going to be sponsored by your business page. Okay. For an agent, if you need to have an agent's name, like listing courtesy of, you know, whatever, and you need to be up on the right, you see this box on the left, you say, you know, listing courtesy of, right, whoever it is, right? You do that right there. And then you can edit it so when they click it, it'll also say, like, you could put it, so right here where it says beautiful bedroom, you know, like the first words is listing courtesy of that person, right? So you don't get yourself in any trouble. You can choose your Instagram page. You can choose your Facebook business page. One of the major mistakes that agents still have is they don't know about the special ad category in housing. And if you're running an ad to market homes or anything about real estate, you have to check that button. The weird thing about Facebook is it's in different parts of the website. So if you log in, that button for special ad categories is in one place and somebody else logs in somewhere else. Here's what you need to know, guys. We have checked it automatically for you. You cannot make that mistake if you're using this system here. You can't make that mistake. Now, when you choose that, Facebook puts some locks on it. You can't, for instance, well, let's just do it here. Let's just type in Mill Valley, California. And I've got a 15-mile radius. You cannot target by any less than 15-mile radius. I don't even think you can target by zip code anymore. All that being said, this is still the #1 way to get buyer leads, is what you're looking at right now. Don't mess with placements. You can add pixel codes. Frankly, 98% of our clients don't know how to use pixel codes. Guess what? Their business is still growing with their tools. So unless you just like to bang your head all night, I wouldn't worry about it. The budget, we set it for $35 for 7 days. You might want to watch that. I often say $20 for 4 days, or even $30 or $40 for 4 or 5 days. But that's just our default settings. You can change them. Don't make a 30-day ad, guys. I don't think it works for a lot of people. You can always test what you want to test, but that's just my recommendation. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, Michael, we just talked about, so Michael is repeating something I've said twice already on the call. The number one way to get sellers is this letter. Okay, has nothing to do with Facebook. You can learn how to run ads on Facebook, guys, but the number one way to get listing contracts is a print flyer, not a Facebook ad. Okay, how many flyers minimum should we send to a neighborhood? Can we use a listing closed 6 months ago? I think you can use a listing closed 6 months ago. Obviously, something more fresh is going to be kind of cooler, but some of our clients door knock this with 50. Like if they're doing an open house, they'll just door knock 50 of these, right? Or they'll door knock 100. You know, it's your judgment. There's not, you know, it's not set in stone what's going to work here. What if you want listings? This is the tool to use, right? If you want buyers, you want to go and finish your ad over here. Now I'm going to point something out, guys, because I'm just on. You guys don't know this, but I set up the offices around the country, and one of my office clients called and said, "Hey, I'm trying to run an ad, and I made a mistake." I'm like, "Okay, we got to go here." When you come here the first time, you need to check this button that says View Terms. And actually, I need to take a picture of this because I'm on the phone, and this guy didn't know that you actually had to click that. So if you haven't done this, this is just for me, guys. You don't need to do this. You need to click that button if you've done this for the first time, because if you try to do this, it won't let you, and it says you need to accept the terms, and it says View Terms. You actually need to click in there and then check a box inside Facebook, and then click Create a Form. And what that does is that shows you that there's a pre-populated form on Facebook that has the name, email, and phone number. So let me kind of give you an idea of what that is. So this is a messenger over here, right? And you see this pop up here? This is me and my buddy talking about whatever, right? But when you run an ad, so let's see if I can get a sort of fake up there, right here. Let's say you run an ad, right? And it looks like this, and I see it, and I click, well, if I click Learn More, in this kind of ad, it's driving to a landing page, right? But if you use the lead form ad, and you click this one, let's see, let's click this. Well, if you use a lead form ad, this little window like this pops up, okay? And it will have the person's name, email address, and phone number pre-populated right there. So that all they have to do is click yes and submit. That's why it gets so many phone numbers, because you don't have to type it in, right? It's not like you're presenting a tool and you're saying, hey, give me your name, phone number, and email. This makes me want to walk away, right? But when you put it on Facebook and you say, oh, there's your name, phone number, and email already, go ahead and click. You get a lot of phone numbers that way. That is the number one way to get phone numbers. Now, just in case this question pops up, that does not work for listing leads, okay? And that's because the way to get a listing lead, to get sellers, it's more complicated. The tool is more complicated. So we've not seen that work for sellers. The number one way of getting sellers is getting this letter into your target market, okay? So let's see, is this letter available for just sold? Yes, Steve, great question. Let me go to the listings page, and I've got a bunch of listings with all kinds of statuses: under contract, just sold, active, open house. It could be just listed. Under every one of these task buttons is that letter. This property, this right here is just sold, right? That letter, it updates. It's got slightly different language because it's not an open house now, right? And, oh, that's the e-flyer for your database, so wrong tool there. Print marketing. Nearby homeowner letter. This home is just sold, right? And we've got clients, actually, I'll show you Alicia Plus, who, if you go look up her name in the mastermind group, you'll find that she was over there marketing that same letter for the same home at different statuses. So just listed and just sold, or open house and just sold, right? So just type in Alicia Pless here and we'll let that pop up. But this letter here is for a home that's sold. Hey, hope you're having a great week. Want to let you know this home sold. Go check it out here. That affected your home value. Go get your free home value here. Same letter, your contact info, your logo, but now we can drive people, and people will take this letter and they'll leave it on their, their countertop there for whatever long, and then they'll go to their computer one day and these are such high quality listing leads because they're in the neighborhood where you've already sold or theoretically sold the home. Okay. So let's go back to Facebook because I was kind of doing something here again about this letter. And I want to point out to you, because as a realtor, you're busy people, right? And you always want to get efficient with your time, right? So when I tell you this letter is awesome and you need to get it in your market, if you've been in the business a while, you're already thinking, what's the fastest, easiest way where I can just put my credit card in and walk away from this and have it just print money for me? That's a great concept, right? But I'm going to tell you, and what I'm showing you right now is the agents who are making this look really custom are the ones getting the best results, okay? Alicia was using these really crazy lime green envelopes, and then she started sticking with this insane canary yellow kind of thing. Why? Because the flyer doesn't do anything if it goes in the garbage. It works when people open the letter. And this is a great example of make this thing look custom, so I got to look at it. I'm going to drive down that little road a little bit longer. I showed you Dustin Fox's story here where he said he got 10 listings. I guarantee you, he does this over and over in his business now. This is part of his consistent marketing. And if you go look in the comments, there are nearly 200. You'll see, give me a second here, guys. Give me a second. What's the problem? Okay. All right. Dustin added something that I think is really key that I want you guys to see. Yeah, right here. Yeah. What? I clicked the wrong button. Darn it. Here's what Dustin is doing, and somehow I clicked the wrong button and we're in the wrong space. Dustin has bought some like silver glitter disco kind of Sharpie pens. What in the world is happening in my computer here? And he is paying somebody to handwrite addresses on here, right? Like, because if it's handwritten, I'm going to look at it, right? If it's handwritten in glitter silver on black, that's kind of custom. That's not junk mail, right? That is the point that I'm trying to stress on here. Because I know that we've got other clients that we have that want to drop it in a bulk mailer and forget about it, right? Cheaper, faster, I don't have to think about it. Maybe I don't get the same results, but that's what it is. Where do we put the disclosure on the neighborhood flyer regarding that this is so whenever you look at a flyer and question, Elizabeth, the answer is always when you see a pencil in listings to leads, pencil means edit. And if you click edit, you can edit, and that's where you type in listing courtesy of agent, right? So that's going to edit the physical print paper. To edit the listing, you'll notice that there's a pencil up here. You could also edit it and put it right here. If you put listing courtesy, right, of whoever, right, it will now show up all over the place in our system, right? So that's how you edit a listing. Okay, so guys, what I'm trying to tell you and make sure that you know, having just been on the phone on the ad side, it was a little bit complicated to set up, but everything to set up that page. I'm going to click a create listing. I'm going to do one more. If you want leads with phone numbers, use lead ads right here, lead ads, create ads, choose your property. Again, you can grab it and you can do, type in the location down here. This is already using my form. So that's the form that I used. That might be wrong, but that's basically a form I created earlier. And so now I can just type in my location. This is over in Lafayette, so I just type in Lafayette. And yeah, what's the problem here, guys? There we go. 50-mile radius. If you need to upgrade, if you need to change the language over here on the right, there's a box here. You can change it on the left. You know, great schools, right? Something like that. It shows up on the right. And you should do that. You should put your own custom thoughts in that, because this is fairly generic. And so if you want people to click more, obviously you have some value that you can add to that. Choose your area, choose your budget, and publish. That's it. And Facebook will review it, and then they'll make it live, and you'll be all psyched, right? That's to get buyers. How do you get listings? How you get this letter into the market, right? Now, you should go look at Chris Winstead, because actually his deal is, it's awesome. It's just, I mean, he's doing a video, he's advertising that on Facebook. So let's talk about how to get in the mastermind group. There is a button inside of Listings to Leads to get you in the mastermind group. It's actually a secret group. It's a private group, so you can't find it if you do a search. The easiest way is to find me. My name is Vincent Meza, M-E-Z-A. I'm in Lafayette, California, VP of Sales for Listings to Leads. If you friend me, I will go look at you and go, oh, you're a client, and I'll drop you in seconds. You can also go find the support page and ask them. There's a button, and you can click that. And sometimes that is great, and sometimes you're just lost in space, right? So however you want to do that, that's just get in the mastermind. So one other thing that I want to say here is there are a lot of tools to use. There are a lot of landing pages, right? We've got new construction landing pages. And I showed you earlier that we have landing pages for down payer assistance. This is new construction. So we can actually auto post these to your business page and your social media, right? We can auto post the home valuation landing pages to your business page and social media. But auto posting just means we posted it up there. It's like you shared it, okay? And I'm gonna kind of go deep a little bit on Facebook, okay? So what I want you guys to understand is auto posting is great in a listing presentation, right? Like if you're talking to people and you say, yeah, when you work with me, I post your listings on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. I put a virtual tour on YouTube and also LinkedIn, right? 5 of the top social media platforms in the country, you're on top of with colorful mobile optimized tools that capture leads. That statement alone sets you apart from the average realtor all day long, okay? So that, you should turn on auto posting. But let's go over real quickly and let's talk about what auto posting is, okay? I've got a couple shortcuts here. I've got my mastermind group, which is the private group I was just talking about. I've also got our Listings to Leads business page, okay? So guys, no chatting with me right now, please. I'm live talking to all of you, so I don't need any messages, just friend me and I'll pick it out. This is our this is our public Facebook group, okay? And I want to point out that there are more than 13,000 people following this page. So you might think, you might think that if I put something in our business page, that 13,000 people would see that because they follow my page, right? That is wrong. That is not how Facebook works. And I could prove it to you by scrolling down this page over and over, right? Here's something that we put up on September 21st, almost a month ago. Not even 300 people saw this. September 21st, something else. 157 people saw this. 170 people saw this September. 100, right? Why is the number like not even 300 when I got 13,000 people? It's because Facebook is trying to get, it's a shakedown. They want your money. To get the reach of thousands of people, meaning thousands of people see it, they want you to boost it or they want you to run ads. Now, to be clear, if I talk, boosting is great if you do it with our tools, okay? Boosting is great if you want buyers. Boosting is not great when you want sellers. This is a post about the tool that I'm talking about right now, a 3-click, ad post, right? So we're showing you very quick, like, this is super cool. Go sign up, right? So we put this on our Facebook page. If we just did it normally, like I showed you all the other stuff, maybe 300 people would have seen it. But we boosted it. We clicked the button, we boosted it, and 4,400 people saw it. 217 people clicked on it, right? So you can see that's what boosting is about. Now, and I'll tell you this, because there are a lot of internet and Facebook gurus all over the place, and you will find that a lot of people tell you boosting doesn't work. It's not as good as creating an ad, right? I've heard this almost every week. Every time I do a call and talk about Facebook, somebody tells me that. In my chat panel right now, there's probably somebody telling me that. Let's just go click it right now. Let's see. Yeah. It's not okay. So boosting works, but I'm going to just tell you, to make life easy for you, use the ads page. Because here's something about running ads and boosting. I'm going to just give you a little tip and I'm going to stop. If you're trying to market homes for pending or under contract or sold on Facebook, the call to actions are designed to get listing links. But you have to use Facebook totally differently. You have to click different buttons when you're running that kind of ad. So to run an ad for a list just listed or for open house, you physically have to click different buttons than when you run an ad for something that is later stage, like under contract or sold. Now, instead of saying to you, hey, make sure and click this button over here or there when you're in Facebook, if I just get you to click this button, create an ad here, you notice I got all my listings statuses here for sale, under contract, sold. If I use a later stage under contract, we're automatically going to drive them. And I would use traffic. I'm actually going to say we need traffic. We coded it so all the right buttons are checked so you can't make any mistakes. Okay. So that's the key there. That's the key there, right? Use that tab. You will save yourself a lot of headache. How can you automate property valuation for seller using your side when the strategy is only available on MLS membership software? Daniel, we're not connected to your MLS, and we've got 2 partners that give us those valuations, and so they automatically show up in any of our home value tools, unless you turn them off. So here are the things I want you to remember. If you want buyer leads, or if you want buyer leads, come to the ads page, borrow listing or take your own listing, choose the lead for sale and use lead ads. And go through the kind of wonky process of setting up the lead forms. And there's a support page. Go to our support team and say, hey, can I have the support page just set up so I can set up my lead ads? This is the #1 way to get leads, buyer leads with phone numbers. Okay, that's it. The #1 way to get listings is here. Okay. Jose, how can I be certain my association will send you all the listings? No idea, Jose. No idea. I don't know what you're talking about. We don't need all your listings and listings to leads in your MLS. We don't have, we just don't even think about that. So might be a great question for support. I don't know why you need all the listings from your MLS. On the listing side, I'm going to remind you, actually, I'm going to give this to you one more time. Let me give this page to you. If you got on the call late, I gave this to everybody earlier. Everything you kind of need to know about listings to leads is on this page that I just sent you. The top 7 seller lead gen tools. These are the top tools ranked, not in how many leads you capture, but how fast these leads turn into business. So you definitely, if somebody here only wants listings, so that's the tool. That's what you need to see. How to market listings when you don't, how to get buyers and sellers when you don't have listings, how to market listings. You guys should watch all 3 of those. I mean, maybe at least 2, right? These 2 are almost identical, whether you borrow, because this one covers, it's your listing or borrowed, it's gonna cover both. So watch number 1 and number 3. If you invest in video, like a videographer or Matterport, watch this video. Landing pages, I don't even think automated landing pages are that useful. I think if you want, go to ads, and if you want to create a landing page ad, go right here. Choose your landing page like new construction and drive traffic to it, and just, that's it. Drive traffic to that page. That's my thinking. You could use lead forms, you could, but either way, like, this is the way to get stuff out there. So auto posting is cool. And here's what I forgot to go into. It's funny that we're at the end of the call. Go through this wizard, because this connects your social media for auto posting. This will help you import listings if you've got listings. If you don't, it'll help you use the My Farm Dominator to borrow listings. It'll create your first landing page for home values, and it'll share that landing page to your social media, since you've connected to social media. This is great to do, right? This is like, definitely set that up. You only need to do it once. And if you want to see that, you can watch a little video here to walk you through. So guys, any questions? I appreciate all the questions I got today, and that's top of the hour. I know everybody's busy. I am going to take this recording. I don't see any more questions, so I'm going to take this recording and put it in the mastermind group today. You do know how to get in the mastermind group. You can find me again. I'm Vincent Meza, and get those 2 main tools. Market your listings. I'm going to show you one last thing, and then I'm going to cut out of here. This is our mastermind group, and let's see here. This is our mastermind group. And Daniel is asking me to email. Daniel, just email me at vince@listingstoleads.com, please. This question came in last summer, and I want to just end our call with this one. I think it's Terry Woods called and asked this question. She said, who here is listing 2 or more listings every month strictly from listings to leads, right? What do you attribute that to exactly, right? So this is a question of like somebody that we didn't even know. She just like a new client. Before she invested her time, she wanted to ask that question. And I mentioned Alicia Pless. She says, yeah, I started 45 days ago. I got 2 listings already from the letter that I keep talking about. And Dustin here says this. He says, we average 2 listings from each marketed listing, all from L to L tools, Facebook ads, mailers, and open houses. Okay, that's it. And then she asked, what's the one tool, right? She didn't want to go through the whole deal. She just, what's the one thing? And Dustin says, the best tip I can give you is to do everything on the checklist, and don't overthink it. This is kind of a key. This is the key for actually a lot of agents. When you go to our checklist on the listings page, we're going to send you tools that you're not going to like, that you're like, I don't want to do that. And that's what he means. He actually, if you read that post, you're going to see that he says, I refuse to use some of your tools. And then one day I did, and boom, I just start getting more listings. Use the tools that I have suggested. There are these 5. the one for your social media, your seller social media, your virtual tour, and the e-flyer for your database or CRM, and the print marketing letter that I've been talking about. These things are very easy to do, and almost all of them are automated. This is a 5-minute exercise, not including the print flyer, okay? Who do I talk to improve my last effort on a listing I just put on the market? I ran your 3-click ad, and I think I only received 1 lead a day, only 1 phone number. Stephen, did you use the lead forms that I just went over? Did you use the lead form on Facebook, or did you do it yourself and drive traffic to our landing page? Go ahead and answer that question, Stephen. And so what's the, let me just read the question. Did you use the Facebook lead forms, what I was just describing, or did you use our landing page? Because if you did Facebook, let's see, you ran a whole, your landing page. Yeah, so if you want listing lead, I had said this a number of times, the #1 way to get leads for buyers is to run an ad through here, click create listing ad, and use lead ads. Ask support for the support page on how to set that up. That is, I cannot stress that enough. We've known this for months, and we just finished putting that together last week. It is the #1 way to get buyer leads with phone numbers is lead ads. So go get the support page. And actually, let's go look here real quick. I would think that we would have that here. We don't have it. So yeah, unfortunately, you got it should be over here. Support will have that. But let me click on settings here. Let me click on settings. Support will have it. You should get that right up here. Yeah, that's the #1 way, Stephen. No doubt about that. And it's not difficult to set up, but just for the first time, the support page will help you out. So everybody, thanks so much for joining me. There are a lot of tools. Take your time, get into them. They're helping our clients grow business. We've been doing this for more than 10 years. The mastermind group is not our support page, Stephen. Our support page is this page right here on the left that says support. And if you put your question in this box here, our entire support team sees it. And just say, I need the support page for Facebook lead forms, and they will, boom, they're all there, and boom, you'll have it like the fastest. You might think, because we got our phone number up here on the right, that calling is even faster. You'd be surprised. Just trust me. Put your question in the box there. So anyway, everybody, thanks so much. Have a great day. Keep safe. And I know you're probably all thinking about it. I'm going to just give you a pro tip. When Thanksgiving gets around and you think it's time to shut down for the winter, some of our best clients are marketing all winter long, picking up a bunch of business because a lot of you are taking the winter off. So just be cognizant of that. Get familiar with our stuff. It looks difficult because I'm jumping all over the place. To do those handful of tools consistently is dead easy. All right, everybody. Take care, and see you in the mastermind group. Okay, bye-bye.